Hi, therapist friends. I'm a therapist with an MBA, and one thing I say over and over and over and over and over again, and people always get really mad when I say it because I think it's just something we overlook a lot, but I'm gonna keep saying it because it's very important, and that is, if you're a therapist business owner, you need a business plan. You need a business plan! I think sometimes there's some misconception as to like what I actually mean by a business plan because like it doesn't have to be this like 20 like slide PowerPoint or this like huge like 40-page document. Like it doesn't have to be that intense. What I really mean by like have a business plan is have actual clarity about what your goals are, who you're serving, and what direction you're going in. So you need a business plan, for one-to-one client work and how you're going to grow your practice in that way. But something I've been on lately is diversifying revenue streams as a therapist business owner because it's very, very nice to make money in multiple different ways in your business and to get paid not just when a client is in a chair, but in lots of other ways, right? So let me give you a little sneak peek as to where I start with a business plan when I want to diversify my revenue stream in some way. Okay, this behind me is from my workbook, Get Out of the Chair, which is where I'm teaching therapists how to actually effectively diversify their revenue streams, okay? And when creating business plan, this is where I start. I start with completing the following sentence. I help blank with blank by blank. An example for me, again, I'm a therapist with an MBA. I do lots of business coaching and consulting. I help therapists with being better business owners by offering coaching services. There we go. We have got the like core, the nucleus of our business plan in that one sentence there. There is more that goes into a business plan. Obviously, there's like other things that do in fact matter, but this is the magic of where this starts. This is how you actually get clarity and focus into who you are serving, why people would choose to, hire you as a coach or buy a template from you or whatever it might be, right? And what your value is in that space, right? And again, why having a business plan is so important is because a lot of therapists have really good ideas for how they might want to diversify their revenue streams, but they don't have any momentum of what to do with that, right? Having a business plan gives you the clarity and the roadmap of what to actually do with your wonderful, fabulous ideas and expertise, okay? Like I said, that is a page from the workbook that I recently released called Get Out of the Chair, where I am teaching therapists how to actually effectively diversify their revenue stream. Because like I said, it is just really relieving to be able to make money in lots of different ways in your business and not to have to solely rely on a client in the chair in order to make a buck, okay? The link is in my bio if you're interested. But one other piece that I often hear when I'm talking about this stuff on the internet is like a lot of imposter syndrome coming up when it comes to diversifying revenue stream, which is logical and makes sense because again, we're therapists, we know how to be therapists, and doing something with our therapy skills outside of therapy is new and scary and weird, okay? But something I always say is that if you have imposter syndrome, that's the best tell that you are not an imposter, okay? Because it's always the people who imposter syndrome never even crossed their mind that are actually the imposter, okay? Until next time, bye friends.